everybody, my name is the Dr. 011 and welcome to another episode of the Great Model Railway Journeys. So today in this video, it's another good episode of the Great Model Railway Journeys as always, and today I'm lucky enough to be joined with my uncle once again, but of course due to COVID restrictions we have my lovely Dr. 011 mask to stay safe, of course, and basically before we've started recording we've been testing Franco and the 158, and what seems to have happened is they seem to be stuttering around the outside loop, so we're going to have a play and see what we can work out has gone wrong and hopefully fix something. So we've been running the 158 and that's about it. We'll get on to the part of the video when hopefully we found out what is wrong. See you in a second. So here we are on the line. I have been testing the 158 as I've mentioned already. We're now going to test Franco and I'm going to show you this and go through what we expect to happen and then see if it happens, because in a test just now it didn't. So we're going to see what happens. So normally, as we know, we've got the lovely little isolating section there and it's stopped. Problem is, it shouldn't have. Here we have a set of points that is facing the right way. Franco just moved ever so slightly. Whereas if we stop this, Franco should stop. Franco has not stopped. So clearly this is a problem. And if we open that, Franco should start again, but has now stopped. So a bit of a dodgy point we've got here. Obviously things are happening with the 158. I might show you that in a bit if we need, but that's kind of the evidence you need. Franco is one of my best runners, and here we have some real stuttering for literally, well, I said no reason, but we know what the reason is. I do that, but it's closed, and that's not where it should be moving. Obviously, normally this is the set of points that we turn on and off for the isolating, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that's open, as you can see, it's gone over it. So I'm going to stop there, and then maybe I think what the plan is, we're going to try and take out this point up here and try and replace it and see if that fixes our problem. So I'll be back with you in a second. So I have now moved the set of points from over here. Obviously there's just bits of points there, and I've moved it to here on the line. The other, I think this is the dodgy set of points from earlier. We did have two problems with it, where one of them where this wasn't isolating, and the other one where it was stuttering. Turns out this shouldn't isolate it anyway because it's on the outer loop rather than the inner loop, so it'll do nothing. But the stuttering has seemed to have been fixed, so I'm going to run 158766 for you right now, and we're going to hopefully show that it's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to run it around here. No stutters like we saw with Franco. Obviously this was happening with the 158 before we tested Franco as well, so it's not just like the 158 that's been great the whole time. And then, once again, the isolating section is on the outer loop there, on the outer rail there, and it should isolate when we press on this siding here, if I can find it. There it is. So I've turned this siding and it stopped. And then if I turn siding back, there we go. Seems to be problem fixed, hopefully. So I'm going to try and prepare the layout, put it back to where it was, and then hopefully we can just run some engines for the rest of this video. See you in a second. So as you can see, the track is back together. We've got the points back in place and the line is working, hopefully, as well as it can. So now we're going to run the Class 158 with Greenie. So first things first, I'm going to start the Class 158. Put it up to a 50 power. Actually, no, we'll go 60. We'll go 60. We'll go 60. And now what we're going to do is hopefully Greenie can pull out of my little terminus station with a little goods train. Might need a little push. There we go. There we go. And then also on that, there's a nice little red thing on the end of the buffer. I don't know if you've seen that before. Oh, it's derailed. Well, that's a shame. So that's kind of bad. I'll be back when I put it back on the line. So there we can see Greenie is back running with a little freight train, and we have the Class 158 on the outside loop. We'll speed up the 158. We'll go up to 80 power. This is a nice respectable speed. And then Greenie's probably going at a nice enough pace for little freight train, of course. On the inside, after this, we're going to have two more trains, or two more. We're going to have Tornado pulling the lovely coaches behind, so that's going to be that train. And then Franco, I'll connect up to the trucks that Greenie's on. Might add a couple more, because it is a big, strong engine, of course. But yes, so we'll just watch these go around a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next two. So it's obviously very lovely to just run the engines every once in a while. Of course we like running them at the end of every episode. But it had a nice little fix to make sure the line was working as well as it can. And now we've got the engines working on it. So yeah. Got a couple of lovely shots, of course. Oh, there's also the rubber right there. Oh, that's how lovely, look at that. But yeah, so this is the Class 158 and Greenie. Greenie's lost the train. So I have switched around the engines that are on the line. Now we do have the Tornado on the inner loop pulling the two blood encrusted coaches, and of course my Bachmann sleeping car from the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. And then coming around on the corner now we have Franco pulling a freight train plus the little extra red truck at the front compared to what Greenie pulled. Because a bigger engine deserves so many more trucks, or one more, but you know, we'll take it. And yes, so of course today has been just a lovely day to be able to see my uncle again, of course, and we have managed to iron out the little issue that's going on down here. We fixed that, so the layout is doing good, hopefully. We tried the Tornado on the outer loop and it's still being a bit funny, but the inner loop, the Tornado has no problems. I bet it'll just derail now, but you know, it doesn't seem to face too many problems on the inner loop, so that's just where we will run the Tornado. Franco is loving the outer loop, so we'll keep things like that. I love it how I've just dumped Greenie in the middle. Look here, look, it's Greenie, hi! But yeah, so it's just nice to be able to run some engines. And yes, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this episode where we've fixed the points and run some engines. I mean, what more can you possibly want from an episode of the Great Model Railway Journeys? And the answer to that is nothing. This is exactly everything you always wanted to watch. And now your life has become better because of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to everyone that is subscribed and liking these videos, and I shall see you in the next one. Oh, I'll watch Tornado go past. And of course, goodbye everyone. See you in the next one.